Hey guys, thank you for checking out this episode. We'd love your support by heading to patreon.com/freshly grounded. It really does make a difference in helping us continue making this content. And if not, no stress. Enjoy. Assalamu alaikum guys. Welcome to Freshly Grounded. Remember that we're raising money or fundraising for the Spot Project. The Spot Project is very, very dear to our heart, and it's very, very dear to your heart. And I know that it's very, very dear to your heart because every year when we fundraise for the Spot Project in Ramadan, you guys go over and beyond in donating. And that means the world to us because the Spot Project is very close to our heart. We've been there numerous times to visit it. It's started by a very close friend of ours. And it's how Sam and I met. We met in Gambia because of the Spot Project, in the sense that we both individually went out there to help the project, and that's where we met, and we decided to do a podcast off of it because we hit it off. But it's time to raise some money for it. Why? Because the Spot Project want to go bigger and better, and that is including building a girls' school. They've built an amazing humongous building for the boys' school where they're teaching Quran, Sunnah and secular studies. Now it's time to do the same for the young girls and build a school where they can study Quran, study the Sunnah and also the secular studies so they can get employment as they get older. And you guys can help towards that by heading over to spotproject.org/freshly grounded or clicking the link in the bio. Now, this episode is with Adam Afghan. Adam is one of my favorite guests. I haven't done the episode yet. I'm going to be doing it. I'm doing the intro first, but Adam is always one of my favorite guests on Freshly Grounded. Why? Because he's just a good laugh, really. And sometimes everyone needs a good laugh. However, I imagine this episode will be a bit more serious because sadly, Adam lost his grandmother about 2 weeks ago. She had a stroke. And then after that, she caught the coronavirus in the hospital. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. And we ask that Allah grants her Jannah without any reckoning and forgives her shortcomings and accepts all of her good deeds. Ameen. So Adam, we're thinking of you, bro. I know I'm about to shoot a podcast with you, but we ask that Allah give sabr to the family. And, Adam hit me up and he said, listen, I'm ready to do an episode of Freshly Grounded. And I love having Adam on. So that's this. Enjoy.
And welcome to Freshly Grounded, the brand new podcast by best friends Faisal and Sam.
Huh?
I said welcome to Freshly Grounded.
No, after that bit.
The brand new podcast.
And after that bit?
By best friends Faisal and Sam.
Really?
Adam, you have chosen to strip down for this episode, and I chose to wear a shirt for you. Though I haven't ironed it, but I chose to wear a shirt.
It's hot. It's very hot.
It is.
I have a window open, and this is basically my pajamas.
I'm wearing my pajamas. I'm wearing my pajamas on my bottom half and underneath the shirt as well. So all I've done is put a shirt on top of my pajamas, basically.
As you can see, this vest thing is from ASOS. It's basically a cheap t-shirt, which the sleeves are cut off. So
I have the exact same thing in blue from ASOS.
It was like £3.
Yeah, it's extremely comfortable though, isn't it?
It's very comfortable. It feels like I'm wearing like a shalwar kameez, but gym style.
Alhamdulillah. Well, first of all, thank you for coming back onto Freshly Grounded.
Anytime.
I think I'm starting to offend people here when I'm saying that you and I both know that you are my favourite guest.
I think it's common knowledge.
It's incredibly offensive to everybody who has been on Freshly Grounded.
I mean, facts are facts, man. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. We can't beat around the bush. But on a serious level, Adam, I want to start off by just passing my condolences. I know that very recently you very sadly lost your grandmother. Mm-hmm. And so I imagine it's a very tough time for you, but also for your family. So I mentioned it in the intro, but I pray that Allah, grants you guys sabr and grants your grandmother Jannah without any reckoning. How has that been the last few weeks for you?
So what happened basically before the corona lockdown happened, my grandma had a stroke. She went to hospital and basically she had a severe stroke And then she caught corona in hospital, and then both of those together kind of were the cause of her death. Allah Ghafar Jannah. And it was strange, because usually when there's a janazah, when all these things happen, it's obviously tough because it's the loss of someone and you've got to deal with that. But then the complications of, like, I don't know if you ever deal with death before, you've got to go through like the doctors, the death certificate, the registry, the land, the grave, all these buying things and stuff like that. But in this case, I was the only person from the family at the janazah. It was just me, and we did the actual janazah prayer next to the grave in the cemetery. So because I couldn't ask any family members to come to risk their safety and risk that, so it was just me with the imam from the masjid and the brothers who organised the body to come here into the grave. So it was very minimal. It was weird, but at the same time, it was easy, because it was almost like, okay, that's over and done with now. But it was very strange, because I didn't even see my grandma's body before. She was actually in a body bag, Allah grant her mercy and Jannah, but it was just really strange. It was in the body bag, and usually you see the face, right? It was all covered up, lowered in very carefully. Everyone was wearing PPE and stuff. It was very strange, but on the positive side of things, it was very easy, because it was just very, okay, let's just do it. Very minimalistic is the best word I could use.
Alhamdulillah. And so now, because it's been a few weeks and stuff, how's the family? And I imagine the family have had to be careful in kind of isolating and stuff as well, because of obviously how contagious the virus is.
Yeah, so exactly. Everyone's just isolating like everybody else. The only thing, usually you get people coming to your house and visiting you and stuff like that. None of that happened. So it's strange time when a death happens like this. And I think one of the saddest things is that. So my grandma had a stroke, so she wasn't all with it in terms of, it was quite a severe stroke. She wasn't actually that with it when she was in hospital for getting treated. But the people who actually have coronavirus, and so I couldn't see her before, she kind of died with the nurses and doctors there. No family could be there. And that's just the not very nice nature of the virus. But there's a blessing in that, because my grandmother, she actually thought she was at home in her mind, because she had the stroke. She had the stroke at home. So I don't think she realised she was at hospital. So there's a blessing in that. Allah made it easy for her, I think. But the people who are there by themselves, who have just the coronavirus and they're fully aware that they're there, it's a very, very not nice sequence of events. Allah make it easy for them. It's and it's not nice, because you just want to see your family. You just want to be with your family. You want to go back home, but you can't see them in it. And it's just a rubbish time. It's just rubbish.
Let's talk a bit about mental health, because you're as we always mention, you know, how we got to know each other is we met on a TV show where you were the mental health advocate or expert on that panel.
Not
I was
expert,
just the host,
but I was just the guy that came along, to be honest, to fill the
who
slot.
wrote a big document about mental health.
Big document. It wasn't a big. It was like 4 pages. No, but alhamdulillah, it was just the opportunity for me to spread that. Alhamdulillah, it's all good.
But in so being that, you do talk about mental health regularly.
I do.
In men and raise awareness for it, which is a very, very, very important thing to raise awareness for. Have you found that a lot of people have been speaking to you about their mental health in isolation, and also your own experiences with it?
So this was a weird period for me. So basically, because of the grandmother stuff, it was obviously very stressful. So my platform is usually talk on Instagram stories and stuff, just to give my thoughts on mental health and any kind of advice that I could give. But through this time, I didn't feel like even going on my phone. I didn't feel like going on Instagram. So I took a bit of a break. And after all this, the grievance of someone passing away, my grandmother, then the other issues that came up, I was actually dealing with quite a lot. And I was in quite a bad place at the time. And I was feeling really weird. I was like, oh, this is awful. And what I did, I messaged my therapist again. I was like, do you have any advice about what I need to go through here, and how I need to get rid of this feeling of of this trauma I've suffered and these issues I'm going through? And she gave me some really profound advice that I wanted to share. So she was saying to me, when I had my OCD, it's different because I'm working through treatment to manage it. But when you suffer trauma or any kind of traumatic event or anything that you consider trauma which affects you, it's like a wound, it's like a physical wound. And you can't just treat it, you have to wait for it to heal. And eventually the wound starts getting better. It starts getting better slowly. And that's what she was saying to me. She was saying, you need to just take time to heal. And it's the same as a physical wound. You just need to heal from it. But saying that, I think, and to practice self-care, so doing the things you like. And that's one thing. But in these times, it's very hard to practice self-care because we are stuck at home. So I can't go to jiu-jitsu, I can't see my friends, I can't even just go to the masjid, for example. So practicing self-care and having that time to heal was really important from healing from traumatic events. And something which I feel, especially within me and other people, maybe especially when men, but also women, when I suffer something, like there's a issue I have, whatever that be, mental health issue, I always look, okay, how do I stop this from hurting? How do I stop the pain? So I'm kind of thinking very pragmatically, like, okay, I can do this and this and this. I'll go to therapy, I'll take medication, I'll do this, I'll go for a walk. These things will make me feel better. But in the case of these traumatic events, these wounds which take time to heal, there's no quick fix. There's no like, I'm going to do this and it's going to stop hurting. The only way is to let the wounds heal and take its time to heal for how long ever it takes. Practice self-care, do the things you enjoy, and just let the emotions take its course. And a lot of us, me myself, are really bad at doing this because I'm like, oh, I don't want it hurts, it's painful, I want it to stop. But with a lot of these issues, I feel it's just time healing from the trauma and practicing self-care.
And I suppose when you're in isolation, you don't get to distract yourself, which is always fun to do when you're going through a tough time mentally. It's always great to just distract yourself completely and ignore it and kind of put a plaster over the problem. But you're not able to do that really in isolation, right?
No, exactly. So we're all stuck at home. It's all weird for us. It's not nice. We feel a bit suffocated. We're doing the same thing on our routine. There's no breaks. I mean, I'm trying to like go for a walk, but what can you do? It's boring. It's just like a walk is a walk. No gym, no jiu-jitsu. I'm trying to like play some games I like, and I'm just trying to like eat the food I like, play the games I like, have a group video call with your mates and stuff like that. I think that is really nice because it reminds you and you have a joke. And I feel you've got to be optimistic in these times. You can't be like, oh, this is never going to end. The lockdown's never going to end. It will end. We'll be back to normal eventually, inshallah. Allah decreed this, so we just got to kind of get on with it. But try and do the things that you enjoy the most to the best of your ability at home. Play Monopoly. The new Final Fantasy VII remake is out. I'm playing hours on that. That's great. There's loads of stuff.
That was a different language to me. So
Final Fantasy VII remake. Some people will know. If you know, you know. Okay.
Are you working out at all? Are you able to work out?
I'm just doing like okay. Firstly, my diet's terrible.
Press ups, chin ups.
No chin. Just press ups and sit ups. I don't know what to do. I'm just like everyone's like, oh, make a smoothie, do this. I'm just eating whatever is in the fridge. Like I just bought. Okay, this is what I bought on Amazon. On Amazon, actually, should I say this? Because everyone's going to buy it now. It doesn't matter. So basically, if you got no one who's a good cook in the house, on Amazon, you can get 12 packets of Uncle Ben's rice for £10. A box, 12 packets of Uncle Ben's rice. All flavours. 12 packets. £10. I just ordered that.
How much does that work out to per pack?
How much calories per pack?
No, how much does that work out to per pack? 12 divided by 10.
It's pretty damn. It's pretty damn. That's a good portion of rice.
Obviously. Why did I even have to do that on a calculator? That's embarrassing.
What did you do?
Anything divided by 10. Anything divided by 10, you just move the decimal point.
Exactly. It's weird that.
But you know, if you go to if you go to like Asda or something, you get those or Sainsbury's. You get the Asda or Sainsbury's versions for like 70p, 60p, 50p, 55p.
Yeah, they're good.
55p in Sainsbury's.
They're good, and
it tastes the same.
I've narrowed it down to two brands: Uncle Ben's and Tilda. You know Tilda. You might have seen.
Tilda's not great with.
It's exactly. So with the Uncle Ben's, I think you got a bit more flavour. But the Tilda stuff is like there's a bit more variety, and I think it's lower in calorie as well, slightly. So it was like half pack is like 170 calories or something like that. So for me, it's like, I can manage my diet a bit better because I'm like, okay, this pack of rice is 300 calories. I can chuck some whatever in this, put it in the pan, microwave it. So I'm like, okay, this meal was at 500 calories. I am no fitness expert, diet expert at all. So do not listen to my advice. This is just what I do.
But here it is.
Here it is anyway. So it's probably really unhealthy, but Uncle Ben's £10, 12 packs. What can I do? It has to be done.
I don't blame you, man. I've done that stuff as well. I mean, I bought the noodle equivalent, which is the Coca noodles. So I can't sit here on my high horse.
How do you cook that?
You know what I mean?
Do you put it in the? Do you boil the water? Put it in the water.
Of course.
Microwave it. Bring it out and let it to cool.
No, that's horrible. I boil a kettle first to have the water ready boiled, and then I put the noodles in a pan, and I put the boiled water in a pan, and I let it cook like that, and I pour the flavour in, and then I might add a bit of soy sauce, might add a bit of sweet chili sauce, whatever I fancy. That's obviously if I'm feeling lazy and I need a lazy meal, but generally, alhamdulillah, like either my wife cooks or I cook, and or like someone will drop food around, like my in-laws are up the road, my parents are up the road, so my mum might be like, I've made a shepherd's pie and there's loads left over. Mum like has a habit of overcooking.
Shepherd's pie, deliver it. Mum's shepherd's pie, free through the door. You know what I love? You know what? I feel everyone's like, just cook something. I don't know any recipes. All I know is I cook eggs, toast, Uncle Ben's rice. What else do I know? That's basically, I can cook chicken.
Adam, do you know what? Cooking is so much fun.
Is it fun?
Honestly, bro, you should. Bro, it's so much fun. It's so stress relieving. It might be great for your mental health. Honestly, bro, because you're cooking and you're so zoned into this thing. You want to create this perfect remedy of things into a beautiful dish, and you get so distracted because you're so focused on I've got to do this, and you forget about the world for 10 minutes. Honestly, that's what it does for me.
Really?
Baking does that as well.
Baking's different. I feel like, but when I'm hungry, I'm just like, I'm starving, I need to eat something. So I'm just like, chuck it in the pan, do this. Oh, baby Deliveroo, that's 10 minutes. Uber Eats, that's 15 minutes. These are my options. I don't actually, I'm terrible. Do not listen to me. I'm
the same. It's just like listening to me, and now I understand why people react like that to me.
Oh man, what am I going to cook? I've got Uncle Ben's. Uncle Ben's will sort me out. But baking's cool. I like baking because it's because it seems like you can do some weird stuff with it. You can make a cake. Okay, I don't actually. All I know, bake a cake, bake muffins, bake. I don't even know what souffle is. So my cooking knowledge is low.
So I can bake brownies. But everyone can bake brownies.
Okay.
I can bake some really good cookies, and I'm quite proud of the cookies that I can bake. I can bake a mean bread and butter pudding.
What?
Yeah, a mean bread and butter pudding, and I make the custard myself if I do something so myself.
How do you make? What do you like?
Lastly, guess what I just made the other day?
What did you make?
Homemade donuts.
Are you serious? Subhanallah, mashallah, that's amazing.
Wait, my chair leans back more.
That's crazy. Okay, firstly, when you say you make homemade custard, you didn't just add the power, add the milk, stir it, microwave. That's not homemade.
But to be honest, custard's not that hard. It's like milk and egg, and stuff like that. So custard's it's not impressive. But what was impressive? Homemade donuts.
Okay, don't even know how you make donuts. Firstly, I'm not a big fan of jam donuts. I like
No, I hate jam donuts.
They're rubbish, aren't they? They are not nice.
Oh.
And you know the ones you get from Tesco, and there's when I think donut, I think Homer Simpson, American donuts, like that circle with the hole in it. The ones from Tesco are like that.
Have you ever had powdered donuts?
The what? Powdered
donuts.
No,
with
what's
powdered
that?
sugar on it.
Is that nice?
With powdered sugar, like caster sugar or something.
Yeah.
It's the tastiest donut you'll ever taste.
Interesting. Okay. So my diet's going to go
You can't really get them in many places.
You can't get them anywhere. I mean, I want a donut with I don't know, jam, sprinkles, popcorn on it, Nutella, Oreo. That's a donut. I don't want jam. Jam's for when do you eat jam? Toast. Keep it there.
I don't eat jam.
I don't even eat jam.
The only time I eat jam is if I have a jammy dodger.
Oh yeah, but that's kind of a donut. It's in the family of donut, I would say.
No, it's not. It's a biscuit. It's definitely it's a biscuit.
Is donut a biscuit
jammy
as
dodger.
well? Okay, let's break this down. Donut, milk, wheat, flour, I assume, you use that. In a biscuit, it's the same thing, but I guess you just made it the base harder. See, if I applied my knowledge of life,
that's a good point. That's a good point.
I'm smart. I am actually a genius in cooking. Maybe this is my calling all along. No, I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Do you want to see a picture of my homemade donuts that I made?
Yeah. Oh, I've actually got something to show you.
Oh,
I've got something to show. Can I run and get it?
Of course. I'll get my picture of my donuts.
Get your donut. My washing's behind there. No one can see.
Where's my picture of my Oh, do you know what?
Oh, I dropped it. I've got it now.
Do you know what, bro? The picture of my donuts is actually on my camera that I'm using to film this episode, so
Okay.
I haven't got it.
That's a shame. But this is more impressive, what I'm going to show you. It's completely off topic, by the way, I'm sorry.
Okay, give me a sec. Let me just
Go on.
get
Try and
one
find
last...
it.
No, I don't have...
Did you say, hold on. You made the donut and got your proper camera out to take a picture. It wasn't even, these are nice. It was like, wait, hold up, the lighting.
No, do you know what I did, bro? The second time I made them, I actually filmed myself making them, like a tutorial on how to make homemade donuts.
Is it unreleased? It's unreleased footage.
Unreleased. It's not even been edited. It's still on the camera. But I'm gonna release that in Ramadan, I think, and you can watch it and you can make some donuts.
I will legit do that.
Please do, and then send me the picture.
I will. Okay, so you ready for what I'm
Okay,
going to
what have you got to show me?
Okay, you know what? We generally talk about random stuff. So we talked about wrestling. We were big wrestling fans, right?
Right.
Right. So if you could say the most iconic mask in wrestling, who would you say wears that mask?
I would probably say Rey Mysterio's mask. Would you? Is that going to upset you?
That's going to upset me a lot. Who is your second?
Okay, fine. No, because that was always like I always wanted to be like that because he did the 619 and stuff. Okay, oh man, there's so many though. Mankind, Kane. Am I hitting any of them?
You hit one. You hit one. Shall I
okay. Kane.
I bought his mask.
Wow.
I bought his mask.
No way.
So I went on Etsy.
Recently,
right?
that looks like a professional.
It's like so
mask.
I went on Etsy and I typed, I want a Kane mask. This was before the lockdown, before Corona was in the news, and I ordered it. It was like £90. It was a discount. I was like, look, I love Kane, but I loved his mask. This is a separate thing. But basically, I bought it, and he made it, and he made like straps at the back. You can wear it, and it's like
this guy made it.
The guy made it from scratch, and it was like £90, and I was like,
what's Etsy?
I'm buying
I've heard of Etsy.
Of Etsy.
First of all, hold on. Let's just rewind.
Let's rewind.
You spent £90.
Correct.
On a mask that you're never gonna wear out.
Correct.
Because you can't really.
Well, hang on. Wait. Okay, no, carry on. I'll critique your opinion shortly.
You spent £90 on a mask that you're never gonna wear out anyway. Maybe you could wear it in your bathroom, and now it's gonna sit on your shelf. Also, what is Etsy?
Oh my, okay. Okay, firstly,
I've heard of Etsy, but I just thought it just looks like a scam kind of website.
It's the opposite of that. So, but Etsy is like a website where people will make stuff and they'll put them on the website and you can sell it. So I bought like...
Oh, so specifically if you've made something?
Yeah, it's all about making. So like you can buy bookmarks on there.
Can I put my donuts on there?
You can't put food on there. Oh, no.
Fine.
You can't put food. It's like making stuff. People can make a desk. They can make a picture frame and they put it on there. Like stuff like this is weird. And it's pretty cool. So the reason what was the thing? Okay, I could wear this anywhere, to be honest.
You can't wear...
This could be my protective COVID-19.
Maybe right now because of coronavirus.
I could wear this. But it's a cool mask, man. I don't know. It's an impulse buy. I do that a lot. An impulse buy. A £90 on a mask.
Yeah, do you know what, bro? You live the bachelor life.
It's rubbish. It's a massive waste of money. Look, I waste so much money.
You do live like... Do you live by yourself?
In these current climates, yes.
That's what I'm saying. You live by yourself. Like, you are a bachelor, factually, like, in the literal sense. And you have that bachelor-like vibe about you. Like, just working out, going to jitsu. I go to jits. And, I'm just gonna impulse buy a Kane mask because it reminds me of my childhood. It's nostalgic.
You're getting the word bachelor confused.
I bet you have...
Massive nerd. That's what
I bet you have a gaming computer. Is your PC a gaming PC?
Yeah, but that's not bachelor. Okay, I basically spend most of my...
You said yes.
That's a yes, but I spend most of my time playing games.
Also, you said that you can't sell food on Etsy, but I just typed in Ramadan on Etsy, and loads of people selling dates that they've created.
Would you buy dates from Etsy?
Well, until just now, I thought it was a scam website. So now I don't know what I would buy off it. You just bought a Kane mask and it came out great. So I'm thinking about buying something. I want to buy something on there just for the sake of using Etsy. And by the way, if you're having Ramadan, it's got some great
Got some
stuff.
cool stuff. It's got some very cool stuff. It's an underappreciated website, I feel. You can buy loads of cool stuff. What else did I buy from there? I bought like bookmarks, I think. I just buy it's like cheap stuff, like £2, and you get you get a customized bookmark with your name on it or something like that.
Oh, look, people are selling homemade face masks.
Yeah.
Of course. That's the kind of mask that I wouldn't be surprised if you purchased. But I feel like
Yeah.
that cane mask is the kind of thing that somebody was going to buy a mask for coronavirus and accidentally they got this and they were like, oh, I accidentally purchased a cane mask.
This was not an accident.
Yeah, it was an accident.
It was definitely
now this wouldn't be even a good episode, let alone a great episode, if you didn't put that cane mask on.
Okay, I was going to put it on, but basically, my current desk, there's too much. Okay, if I move too much, my earphones are going to come out, AirPods. Then my phone, which is stuck to the laptop, is going to fall over. Do you want me to put?
No, you got to make this work, please.
Do you want me to
you
put
have
it on?
to make it work.
Oh, fine. Okay,
Yeah, £8.49 for a homemade mask. It's not too bad actually.
£8.49. Oh no, you're talking about
Yeah.
this mask was
Yeah.
much more. Okay, I'm gonna go. I have to.
So do you think somebody has made the Rey Mysterio mask?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
but you can't make those, can you?
What do you mean? Of course you can. Okay.
A bit more context than a cane.
But the Kane mask is cool. I think it's really cool. Also, you know Glenn Jacobs, who plays Kane. He's actually a senator.
He's the mayor of
He's a
Knoxville.
mayor now, isn't he? And he actually went to I think I saw on his Instagram. He went to an Islamic school to read to children or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
You're telling me I can't take you seriously right now. Or you're telling me about someone.
You have to take me seriously. Assalamu alaikum, akhi. How are you?
Alaikum salam.
Hold on.
That is.
It fits well.
That is amazing.
It fits pretty well. It's pretty scary as well. There you go.
It is quite scary.
It's a great mask.
So that underneath, is that your beard? Oh, that's your beard.
This is the beard. This is the beard. That's not straight enough. There you go. There you go.
No, that's quite good.
It's a very well-made mask, I feel. So it's quite hot in here. Can I take this off now?
This is why you're my favourite guest.
Really? Well, who else would do this?
I've never done if someone took a screenshot right now, this would be the oddest episode of Freshly Grounded.
It would be the oddest episode.
That doesn't look like Kane at all now.
No, that's rubbish. That's the male version of Kane. It was actually hurting my ears because I folded it wrong. I'm going to take this off. It's actually really hot. See, I don't know why I bought this. It's a cool mask. It's cool. I'm just going to go off camera because it's messing up my face.
Nah, it does look quite cool. Now we can see your washing.
No. Hold on. Oh, my AirPods. No.
Okay.
There we go. It's all fine now.
While Adam just has a
moment. There, I'm back.
play around with his set.
Cool.
Okay, so Rey Mysterio. So I think you actually got absolutely ripped off because Rey Mysterio adult mask, £12.71. Another one, the child version, £9. £11 for the kids one. So essentially, what's happened is you've been charged £90. Look at this. Oh, these Rey Mysterio masks are so cool.
You should buy one.
I don't know. £42 this one. Someone's bumping up their prices. Nah, man, what am I going to do with that?
It's just a nice little thing. You just pop. It's just nice to oh yeah, that's a mask I have there. I like masks. I think masks are cool.
This is a cool website. I'm not going to lie. It's a very cool website.
It's a very cool site.
I could browse this for a while. Do you just sometimes go on here and browse?
Yeah, say if I'm oh, that's cool. Wonder if someone makes that. What was I looking for? I was looking for 3D printed stuff. I think someone could probably make a version of you, 3D print it and then send it to you. It's really weird stuff like that.
Yeah, that I've heard of that stuff existing. Oh wow, there's some really cool stuff on here.
What's your routine going to be for
Ramadan,
by the way?
Oh, thanks for asking, Adam.
I don't know why that sounded funny.
Okay. Oh wow, look, you get same day psychic reading.
A'udhu billah.
And
No,
I can't sell donuts. Let's be real.
What?
Someone's selling fake psychic reading, and I can't sell donuts. Bro, my Ramadan routine is going to be as follows. I'm gonna do sahur at let's say 45 minutes before Fajr. I'll wake up for sahur. So Fajr currently is, I think, comes in like 4 something. What time does it come in? Fajr comes in at 4:13. So my plan is to wake up at 3:30, eat some food, and stay awake because my son wakes up at 5:30 every day, like clockwork.
Okay.
And so I might as well stay awake for the extra hour, spend that hour doing some Quran, feed him, and then go back to sleep for a few hours. And so that's going to be my sleep. So let's say, for example, I have to wake up at 3:30. Let's say I'm in bed by 11 every night. I'm getting 4.5 hours sleep first, and then at about 6 a.m. go back to sleep for another 4 hours. That's 8 hours sleep, and it's only 10 a.m. That's a very, very solid plan. Wow, I just made that plan up right now, and that's great. That's an amazing plan. Anyway,
You just made
now it's 10 a.m. I plan to work a lot less in Ramadan. Hence, this is the 3rd episode of Freshly Grounded I've shot today, and I'm cream crackered, honestly.
Oh man.
But inshallah, I'll get a lot more time to kind of. I want to spend a lot of time reading Quran. Obviously, that's gonna be my first and foremost plan. And then I plan to do maybe like a live stream on my personal YouTube channel, maybe.
Cool.
Like closer to the end of the day, and open fast with my family. Family being my wife and my son. My son being 6 months, so not really. He'll probably be asleep at that time.
Yeah.
So 2 of us opening fast. Then after fast and Isha and stuff, do Taraweeh. Now here's the interesting part of the story here.
Okay.
As you know, we're in lockdown during Ramadan, so we have to do our own prayers. The night prayer has to be your own night prayer, okay? I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to do something that some might say is controversial, but I think that it's worth putting out there because I think a lot of people could benefit from it, and it's this.
Okay.
I'm not going to do 20 rakats per night. Inshallah, Allah give me the tawfiq to do so, but my plan is this. We know from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that Allah loves the deeds that are consistent even if they are small, right? So I'm going to say that I'm definitely, no matter how tired I am or not, I'm going to choose a certain amount of rakat. Let's say if it's 4 rakat, if it's 6 rakat, whatever, right? Let's, for example, argument's sake, we'll say 4 rakat, something that's easy for all of us.
Yeah.
Most likely, right?
Yeah.
Now, if I do 4 rakat for 30 nights in a row, as opposed to when you go to Taraweeh and sometimes you miss a night here and there, the fact that we know that Allah loves deeds that are consistent even if they are small, whatever I choose, I'm going to try and do that consistently. And if there's a day where I feel really, really like run down, tired, and it's a difficult day and I just want to sleep, I'm going to still do the same amount of rakat, but because I'm not doing it in a mosque and I'm doing it by myself, I'll just do like a really short surah, like even Surah Ikhlas. But the point is that I'm still doing that deed, and Allah loves the deeds that are small and consistent, that are consistent even if they are small, sorry. And bro, if you look at, for example, places like Turkey and stuff like that, it's very common for them to do Taraweeh with like very small surahs. It's not but obviously here we do the 20 rakat or 8 rakat, and we do like a page or 2 to try and finish the Quran in 30 days. But imagine if I set myself an expectation that's realistic and I stick to it. A, I'm going to be really proud of myself because every night I prayed. B, I am able to grab that reward from being consistent, from doing a consistent deed. And C, I can still go to sleep at a fairly early time, wake up to feed my son in the morning, and because I do the mornings, right? Because I'm an early bird, so I like mornings. So do that in the morning and have enough energy to read Quran all day, which is a deed that's really, really rewarded highly in the month of Ramadan, is the recitation of the Quran. So I feel like I'm ticking all my boxes there with serving my family, reading as much Quran as possible, and doing the night prayer and doing the deed that's consistent. So that's my plan.
That's a great plan, mashallah. That's a brilliant plan.
What's your Ramadan plan, Adam?
So you just gave me an idea. So I'm going to do like the normal suhoor, iftar and everything. But what I might do actually is throughout the day, let's say, okay, maybe every hour, I'll just read 1 page or half a page of the Quran. Like just to have that consistency. Because like, okay, what's half a page. That will take you maybe 10 minutes, maybe, if it's a...
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you do that, and then slowly it builds up, inshallah. But it's also nice. Also, I have a Quran teacher as well, which is probably the biggest blessing to help me with Quran.
Yeah, of course.
And that is amazing. I study at Imam Jazari, which is an amazing place, and I can do Skype sessions with my teacher twice a week as well now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try and do that, but also I'm going to have like every hour, half a page maybe. And the consistency is important, rather than smash out, like use up all your energy in one go.
100%, bro. Bro, we're humans, and what happens is you start burning yourself out.
That's true.
You know, whereas if you stay consistent, there's a reason that those rewards, those deeds are loved by Allah. We don't know the reason, but maybe, speaking as a layman here with no knowledge. Sorry, did I mention this is my third podcast of the day?
I was going to mention your job.
My throat is literal sandpaper.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking out of?
I'm drinking out of mason jar. Mason jar, is that what they're called? I always drink out of this because it's big, and so I can hold a lot of water, because I drink a lot of water throughout my day.
Yeah.
I'm kind of into my hydration, you know?
Yeah. Anyway, what you were saying something.
What I was saying is, there must be a reason why Allah loves those deeds that are consistent, even if they are small. Now, I don't know anything, but what I do know is that Allah created us, right? So our creator obviously knows us better than we know ourselves. So if Allah loves deeds that are consistent, even if they are small, Allah knows that we are humans and what we are capable of. And just to know that consistency is important helps us to prioritize the right thing. But we are naive. We don't know ourselves, and we think, oh yeah, let me just go and do, pray all night from Maghrib until Fajr. But the problem is that the unfortunate thing is we don't know ourselves. If we did know ourselves, we'd say, do you know what, I'm going to go for the long-term gain here. I'm going to get the reward that doesn't sound logical, but it's the reward that has been told to me by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So that reward has to be the haqq. Now, I'm not saying it's bad to do praying all night, but I'm saying that people are at different levels, and I think we have to be realistic with what we're at, but also try and achieve higher as well. Like, we should try and strive this month and get the most out of our deeds. I'm just saying that there has to be a balance of also being realistic with yourself and making sure that you do everything and you get enough. But your body has rights over you. You still have to get enough sleep. But okay, maybe I won't get 8 hours sleep in a total 24 hours, but even if I get 5 or 6, I feel like I so I feel like I need 5 or 6 hours sleep every night. Yeah, and I feel like that's okay to say that I need 5 or 6 hours sleep.
I think 5 minimum. Like if it's like 4, I'm like, no. I think 5 you can run on 5. You can run on 5. But what are you gonna do about coffee? I'm coffee addict, and I don't say that in a light term. I'm like, I'm addictive, like properly.
Oh no, listen. I know an addict when I see one, because to see one, to see one, you got to be one. Yeah. So true. You've got addict written all over yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome, bro. My plan is this. So what the clever thing is to do is to start weaning yourself off coffee like a week or 2 before.
Too late.
I haven't done that. Yeah, it's way too late. My plan is to suffer for the first week of Ramadan with headaches, really strong headaches. But after that week, it gets easier.
Okay, my plan was to start drinking loads of coffee after iftar time. So it's like...
Okay, shall I tell you the problem with that?
Yeah, that...
Coffee dehydrates you.
Oh, yeah. But the thing is, I'm at home. So it's not like I'm travelling to work. So I'm just like, I'm dehydrated, have a shower. I don't know. That probably doesn't do anything. I don't know. It might be more chill because working from home and stuff. But
bro, imagine this. I might do what you're doing, because I remember last year I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to have a caffeine-free month, and then maybe like 5 days in, I was back to my coffee. But imagine this. Imagine having a month off of caffeine. How good that would be for your body. Like that will hit the reset button, and then imagine that first sip on Eid morning.
No, I'm not. No, I just want it. See, we talked about consistency before. Consistent coffee.
I might still have my coffee, to be fair, as well.
Yeah. I don't know, man, honestly. Caffeine, I actually like the taste of coffee, but you can just have decaf.
Yeah, I have decaf capsules.
Oh, have you got a Nescafe thingy, Majiggy? Me too.
Oh, you do?
You got the one that goes bzzz?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the same one. I love
Really?
that thing. Yeah, I bought it a couple of weeks
It's
ago because I knew
amazing.
coffee shops would be shut, and I was like, I love it so much. Have you got the milk?
Bro.
The
Bro,
milk
you know
thing?
Nespresso are still doing deliveries. I ordered 100 capsules the other day.
Oh, really?
3 months worth. That's one for one. If I'm having one coffee a day, I've got 3 months worth of coffees.
How much was that?
Because I try and limit myself to one coffee a day. Bro, what do you mean how much? Normal. And each Nespresso capsule works out to about 50p each, which if you got, which is very expensive for home coffee, but it's very cheap if you would actually pay £3.50 if you were to go out to shop.
Exactly.
So go to Nespresso.co.uk and order your coffee capsules. They're still delivering. They're just a bit slower. Like, especially if you're not out of coffee capsules right now, they'll come in time for when you do go out. Because I made the mistake of ordering them when I ran out, and obviously with COVID, things are delivering a bit slow. Because normally they do next day delivery. But how have you been ordering capsules?
So I had a deal, and they basically gave me every single capsule to try, and they shoved it in a bag.
So you haven't run out of that yet.
So I haven't run out of any, but I don't even know what one is my favorite one because there's so many. What's your favorite one?
Okay, my favorite one is called Blanco Forte. No,
that sounds
Blanco
nice.
Forte. Oh, bro, it is smooth. It's silky. It's everything a coffee should be. However, my next favorite is the new one just came out. It's called like the Hazelino. There's Hazelino, which was always my second favorite, which is hazelnut flavor, which you've had at my office. But there's a new one called like the Hazelino cake or something.
Yeah, cake.
That is something like that. Yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
Okay.
And then I like Intenso. And then I always get a decaffeinito.
I see. Okay. I'm going to have to get into this a bit more. I'm like, I don't even know what I want to order. I'm going to order like 3,000 or something. No, I'm not. That's stupid. I'm going to order like 150.
That'll work out to £1,500.
1,500. Divide by 50. I don't know. It's a lot of money on coffee. But no, I leave have you got the milk frothing thing?
No, do you?
I do have that.
Oh,
because
really?
there was a deal at the time. I don't
use
know.
Coffee
I went.
Mate.
Oh, okay. So I didn't even understand what it does. They were like, "Oh, you should have this because it froths the coffee," and I'm like, "Okay, whatever that means." And there was a deal, and I was like, "Go on, put it in. Treat yourself." And I just
I think the moment you walked into the store with your cane mask, they thought, we can upsell this guy. We can upsell this man.
I didn't have the
I
mask.
have a feeling. They thought, I have a feeling that was an impulse buy.
Okay, this
Go
is
grab that guy.
You're not
Have you
wrong.
seen our milk frother?
Oh my god! But it was a good buy. It was. Most of my buys are impulse buys. Yeah. What can I do? I'm not strategic, tactical, whatever the
I
word
can't
is.
think of the last thing I impulse bought. The last thing I impulse bought was probably the camera that I'm using right now to film Freshly Grounded, which is good. That's a good impulse buy. There was a good deal on it in Dubai. I was in Dubai, and things don't work in Dubai how they work in the UK. So in the UK, obviously, well, you already know how things work in the UK, so I won't explain the systems.
I do.
The general UK systems. But in Dubai, you know, like for example, if there's a shop called if there's a shop like Curry's in Dubai, right?
Yeah.
A mainstream technology store. How would you ever be able to go to Curry's supplier and buy equipment in the UK? No, of course not. In Dubai, because a lot of these things are imported from the West and stuff, even a shop as big as Curry's, like their equivalent of Curry's, you can actually go, if you have the right links, directly to their the person who sells to like the Curry's alternative.
No way.
Right? And so you can get that price on the equipment. So I got really good price, so I impulse.
Wow.
Like I was literally saving, like, bro, the camera was like, I'm giving away my secrets here, but the camera was like £1,600 because it just came out, and I got like £500 off it.
Wow. Okay, that's like an investment. That's what I tell myself. It's an investment when it's
No,
not.
that is an investment. You're right. Okay, impulse buy.
Like, it's like, oh my god, I need that. No, it looks cool. I'm gonna buy it. Or you see someone with it
Yeah,
walking
you're
down
right.
the street, you're like, I'm purchasing that now. And you do it on your phone, Amazon, Uncle Ben's, 12 packs, no problem.
Oh, do you know what? That's a good shout. If I ever impulse buy anything, it's on Amazon. So let me see my recent order history.
Good on my phone is almost recording. Yeah, I was about to grab my phone, but it's obviously recording this.
Okay. My recent order history. I mean, there's a lot of baby stuff here. Ah, okay.
Yes, there we go.
I found the most recent one. I'm just looking at other things just to see if there's anything else that I bought recently as it was an impulse buy. But that would definitely count as an impulse buy. But you'll probably call that an investment, to be fair.
What is it?
Tell you in a sec. The suspense. Yeah, that was the most recent one. Okay, so what I bought like an industrial-sized fan for my house. Now, here's the thing, right? My flat gets really hot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought to myself, imagine having like the sickest fan. Like, not one of those ones that you buy every year, 25 quid, and like just a mad fan, right? And it's a big metal fan. And the thing is, my house gets really hot in the summer. In the winter, it gets really cold, and in the summer, it gets really hot. It's just really badly insulated. And I thought to myself, in a few weeks' time, when the heat wave comes, everyone's gonna purchase fans, and they're gonna be sold out everywhere. But right now, because this is about a week ago, I thought right now, or 2 weeks ago, right now everything will be in stock still for fan-wise, right? In the fan industry, everything's in stock. So I was like, let me just buy it before it goes out of stock. So I did a little research and ended up purchasing this one. It was 60 quid.
Is it good?
Amazing. You put it on. It's got 3 settings. You put it on number 1. My whole house feels cold.
The whole house.
And my whole room. The whole room.
So it
doesn't like go through walls.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It goes into each room and then it goes back out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because bro, have you ever used the Dyson fan?
No,
have you ever seen the Dyson oscillating fan?
Yeah, they're really cool.
They're
but they're like
rubbish.
Are they like £300?
Bro, they're £300 and they're absolutely appalling.
What is it? Just like rubbish. It's like someone blowing on your face.
I think what it is I think that they're good for what they're made for. Maybe I think maybe they're made for like rooms in the house, like a small room in the house, and it cools it down a bit. But I think one of the biggest advantages to it is that it's really quiet, and I think that's why people get like a cool, quiet, nice, suave-looking fan, right? But the problem with it is we bought it for our office, and as you know, our office is big, right?
Yeah.
And so we thought, let's get a really expensive fan to cool down the office, and it didn't do anything, and because the office is so big.
That's
so I'm
rubbish.
not a fan of that.
That's rubbish.
Can I tell you a story about Dyson before we finish up?
Yeah, go ahead. A lovely note to finish on. Dyson story.
Cool. You want to be prepared for this?
Let's both have some water.
You're laughing at my water. What is this called? A jar. But you're drinking out of a vase.
This is just a plastic bottle. I was going to say, is that water filtered? Do you have a Brita filter? Yes, that answer is yes.
Upset with me? Will you be upset with me if it's not? It's not. It's just tap water.
No, because I wanted to buy one. I don't want to get some consumer advice from you, but there's all sold out on Amazon. I can't find one anyway. See, that's not. Yeah.
What a water? So my mother-in-law has that filter jug thing.
Yeah. Is it good?
It tastes the same to me. It tastes. I mean, I suppose they would say it's good.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I drink tap water.
Yeah.
Some
me
people
too.
have been disgusted at me when I've told them I drink tap water. Like, disgusted. And then if I tell them that I'm from London, that's it. It's right off. You drink tap water from London.
What?
Maybe I'm just not educated. Maybe I'm just not educated on it.
I just don't know if this water's water. Sometimes I drink from the bathroom tap.
No.
No, we make wudu in the bathroom.
No, that you genuinely can't do. You know why?
But not hot water, cold water. I don't understand.
No. Shall I tell you why you can't?
Go on, tell me. Oh no.
I'll tell you why. Because there's an actual reason. I watched a video on it. Basically, the way that they used to do plumbing, like back in like after World War II or whatever.
Yeah.
Is something to do with that plumbing, in that the bathroom water doesn't get like any kind of filtration. It doesn't go for a certain system. I can't remember, to be honest.
Okay, well, sometimes, in the garden.
That sounds like bro science, doesn't it?
This is bad. So in the garden, sometimes I drink from the hose pipe. So when it's not really thirsty. So that's even worse. So maybe I should just drink from the tap. Yeah. Anyway, what's the Dyson story?
Wait a second. What, when are you ever like closer to the garden hose than a kitchen tap?
Let's say you're in the garden.
Let's say if you're in your room, you're chilling in your room. You're chilling with I need some water. You have to go past probably 3 different taps to go to the hose.
You're in the garden and the pipe is there. Just drink from it. I don't understand. And it's like refreshing because it's a bit colder because it's outside. Well, I'm okay. So
in the UK, how often are you in the garden because of the weather?
I do it occasionally. So you're washing the car, for example, I don't know, and you're thirsty. If the water's coming out, just have some water. Don't understand the deal.
You do it while you wash your car?
Well, if you're thirsty, I mean, what's the point? The water's there. There's no point wasting it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just strange.
I can imagine you. I can imagine you in your outside in your you somehow driven your car into your garden. You're in your garden now. You've got the hose pipe. You're wearing your cane mask. You're frothing some milk in the kitchen, and you're drinking your hose pipe water.
It's perfect.
Okay, so the Dyson story.
Yeah. Yes.
So here's how Dyson began. The guy, I believe his name could be James Dyson. Mm-hmm. He was doing some gardening one day. I might be making parts of this up to make a good story, but hopefully I'm not.
Okay.
Hopefully this is all real, because this is all real from what I remember. But I might have like I've even made it into a better story than it is.
Okay.
So he's on a spaceship. No, I'm joking. Okay, so basically, right. He's gardening, right? And he's using his wheelbarrow. And he thought to himself, with this wheelbarrow, I have to constantly like, lift it and then move it back and then move it forward and this, that, the other. And he said, and then he thought to himself, how amazing would it be if the wheelbarrow just had a ball feature, so you could just move it wherever without having to move it forward and back, right? Have you ever used a wheelbarrow and thought that? I have. Have you ever used a wheelbarrow?
Yeah, but maybe I'm not smart enough to think of these things. But no, that seems actually a good idea.
Yeah, so anyway, so what he did is he actually created the ball barrow.
Did he actually?
Yeah, he created the ball barrow, and he created a prototype in his house. He managed to figure it out, and then it worked, and he was like, yeah, it's really good. So he started selling it to a few like gardening like department stores and stuff like that. But it never really kicked off not because the idea wasn't great, but he said, how many people, first of all, do use a wheelbarrow? Quite a small amount, like they'd have to be gardeners or people who have quite big gardens, and then out of that they'd have to be so frustrated with the use of their wheelbarrow that they'd want to move on to a ball barrow. And he said so he said basically the audience rate is incredibly small.
Yeah.
So he gave up with the idea, but then he thought, why don't I use this ball barrow idea with a vacuum cleaner?
That's great.
And then he made that using his vacuum cleaner at home, and it worked really well. And
wow.
The rest, as they say, Adam, is history.
And you take a sip of water. No, that's actually a cool story. I didn't actually know that. That's a great story.
Yep, the ball barrow.
Ball barrow. Cool. Amazing. That was a great story to round it off. We talked through many different subjects, varying subjects, and yeah. I feel better actually now.
Now imagine how many other things in the world would be better off if their base was a ball.
Roller skates, cars.
They already are, really, aren't they? They are as well. But like, okay, for example, imagine no, I don't think anything would be better with a ball as a base.
No.
Just a Hoover.
Just a Hoover. No, that's it.
Maybe a broom. Yeah, that's a good one. A broom on a ball broom. Yeah, a ball broom.
Yeah, please make that. See how maybe. Yeah,
I've got time in isolation.
Yeah, you could do it. I'll help by staying away from you while you be.
It's quite interesting, isn't it? Adam, thank you so much. I think that this episode was actually meant to be about mental health, but we did discuss mental health.
We did discuss it.
To round it off, though, is there anything else that you did want to mention about it? Because that was what this episode was meant to be about.
I kind of covered what I wanted to say with the main thing about like taking your time to heal wounds and like doing as much as you can, just the time to heal the wound, treat the mental kind of trauma as well as physical trauma. Just having the time to heal and do things you like and enjoy, and taking care of yourself that way. And in Ramadan, make use of the Quran, be with your family, and self-heal that way. That might help as well. But be optimistic. The future is
Love
bright.
that. Thanks, man.
Alhamdulillah. No problem. Anytime.
Jazakallah khair for joining us. I'm sure
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we'll grab you back very soon.
Cool.
Always a pleasure having you on the podcast. I don't think you've ever been on the podcast with Sam, have you?
No, I haven't.
You've done like 3 or 4 episodes now, and you've never been on it with. Sorry, I don't know what I consume. I think just before we went on air, I tried to stuff some noodles down me, and now they're regurgitating. So apologies.
Lovely. No, next time I'm 100%. Anytime you need me, I'll come on. No problem.
Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. And again, on a serious note, I really, really do pray that you guys are able to get some peace with obviously the recent tragedy, and that again, I ask that the Freshly Grounded listeners make dua for your grandma. May Allah bless her with Jannah, without any punishment, and forgive her for any of her shortcomings in this dunya, and accept all of her good deeds. Ameen.
Ameen. Jazakallah khair.
Jazakallah khair, Adam. You stay there, inshallah. Guys, thank you very much for listening to Freshly Grounded, and we will see you on the next episode. Peace.